Concentration. However great a person's intelligence, his effectiveness will always be in proportion to his sense of concentration. If his energy be dispersed over various objectives, he will never produce a great achievement. But the attainment of the suprahuman state is the greatest of all achievements. So if it is not the greatest of all preoccupations, one might as well not attempt it. In the present teaching, the principle has been to group tendencies together and direct them with a view to concentrating on this point. Such a constant return to essentials should be helpful, and one should resist the inertia which tries to excuse itself with a variety of distractions. The principal ally of inertia is that debauchement of thought, which incessantly seizes on every impulse as an opportunity of distraction, to satisfy its love of variety, and thus weakens your inner force. Until this joyride can be brought under control, there is no hope of any far-reaching results. One must be able to outface the wandering tendency of thought, holding to one's direction in spite of it, and if it appears incorrigible, one can usefully follow the course of the thought backward and discover its origin. This effort of attention increases one's power of concentration and shows the mind who is its master. This, however, is only a mechanical procedure which uses thought for the control of thought. Nevertheless, it is better than a tense effort of will, or a more or less hypnotic concentration on some picture or object. One should avoid techniques for concentrating the willpower. Willpower is a natural force, and its faculty is to impose its own authority, by compulsion if need be. With a strong effort of concentration, a man can even exteriorize his willpower and cause it to act on others. But such action by force is in opposition to the way of the heart, for the will is the agent of the personality only. The heart's agent is the magnetic power which attracts and holds a man's vital forces within the sphere and rhythm of his own inner sun. It is in fact his affinity with his spiritual self, which can give him courage to overcome the resistances of the personality. When his impulses are at one with the physical and spiritual harmony of his being, that is the wisdom of the heart. And if its suggestions are accepted, the result is a desire to transcend oneself, to yield to this attraction so dreaded by the ego, to be carried away toward a higher destiny, and convert one's as yet unformulated yearning into an effective force. If this force is to be made real, it must be the object on which concentration is focused. All other attractions and personal wills are distractions, and diminish its potency. Concentration is quite a different thing from willpower. The two must not be confused. The concentration to be aimed at is a convergence of all the vital energies on the ideal goal, transforming it into a powerful magnet, just as rays of light focused by a lens transform their focal point into a source of fire. When this general concentration of life has been achieved, one will be able to concentrate attention in a similar manner on every act and gesture, without needing to employ the will. Concentration is a double-edged weapon. Used with a taut effort of will, it distracts one from the way of the heart. But used with a desire to pursue that way, it leads to simplicity of the heart and thought and viewpoint. Try, therefore, to simplify the path. The goal is before you. Approach it without looking back. To wallow in the past is to turn oneself into a pillar of salt. So prune away superfluous details, and do not dwell on unhelpful memories. Refuse to respond to worry and vain regrets, and avoid useless words, thinking rather of the true meaning of the word. Concentration requires simplification. so concentration will help to attain simplicity of the heart.